Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new thing we're going to do here at PCT Cheer and Tumble. We feel that our coaches have a wealth of knowledge when it comes to all sorts of crazy topics, and so we're going to once in a while grab them and have a chat with them and just kind of pick their brain about current events, things we're seeing in the media that are important or we think that are applicable to the PCT Cheer community. Today I'm with Coach Tim. Coach Tim has been with us for a couple years now, and he comes with a very cool backstory, and has some awesome experiences in the cheer world. And it's a really timely conversation because the past weekend down in Orlando, Florida was the UCA College Nationals, and for the 22nd time, the University of Kentucky once again took home the co-ed Division 1A championship, which is the highest level of college cheerleading at UCA. We thought it'd be cool to kind of pick Tim's brain, maybe see what he thinks about UK and his experience there, and talk a little bit about college cheerleading.
It's an awesome experience when you consider everything about college cheerleading and just that passion for the sport. It really is the epitome of what it means to be passionate about cheerleading. It is your entire life. It's your life 7 days a week, which is a wonderful part of the experience. It's also the worst part of the experience. Most of the time you enjoy everything about it. UCA College Nationals is probably one of the most prestigious competitions in the world. That team is still considered one of the stronger programs in the world, and I was really thankful to be a part of it for my short period of time. And I understand how much it means to them, and that ring and what it symbolizes, and all the extra hours and just that passion you needed to get there. It means a lot, and I'm always very, very thankful and very proud to know the people who get to wear those rings.
Absolutely, and like Tim, well, not like Tim, but similar to Tim, Tim didn't start his career in college cheerleading at University of Kentucky. Tim started at
Regis Elpis Notre Dame High School,
and then went on to
Kingston Elite,
and then on to
Queen's University.
Unfortunately, I was at Western, so we'll let Tim go in terms of being a Queen's grad, but and then from there you kind of took the next step and went to UK.
Yeah, so what happened was I actually, from going from Kingston Elite to Queens, you saw like YouTube started to be a big thing, and you saw the UK guys, and they had those amazing stunt videos, just like the rewind to Cupid and stuff like that, like from hands. Mitch Budlong was a big inspiration. Just a lot of the stuff they had to do was just phenomenal. And then a really, really good close friend of mine kind of one day just said to me in my first or second year at Queens, he said, you're getting close. You kind of got the skill set needed to be on that team. He's like, cheerleading's your life. We all know it. If you want to go after it, I suggest you do it. Like the education will follow, and you'll still have a great time there and be able to get what you need for the long-term success. But if you want to be an individual who says, I accomplished this, then you should go after it. So Queens always went to UCA College Camp, and that was a wonderful experience. So I talked to some cheerleaders. They got me in touch with Jomo Thompson, the head coach of UK. Sent him a video. He told me to come down for a tryout, and everything kind of worked out the way it was.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I don't even know this answer, but did you go and do a master's or a postgrad there, or did you finish off your current degree? How did that work?
So I took my 4th year at Queens at Kentucky to finish my undergraduate degree, and then I actually accidentally graduated early and did my MBA while I was at Kentucky too. So
that worked out.
Yeah, it really worked out. Cheerleading really kind of kept me going there, so it was awesome.
Cool. So the competition side of college cheerleading is awesome, and it's really the thing that most people see on YouTube.
Yeah.
But it is a very small portion, at least when I was at Western, and I'm sure the same at Queens and then and through Kentucky, a very small portion of what you actually get to experience as a college cheerleader at that level. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Amazing. Yeah, so the advisors always talk to you day one, like, hey, like, I know some of you guys are just ring chasers, but I really hope you appreciate the whole experience that Kentucky cheerleading has to offer you. Kentucky also has one of the best, if not considered the greatest, college basketball programs of all time. And so being able to cheer on a crowd of 24,000 people twice a week, every week from October all the way through March Madness, it's a phenomenal experience. And going away to tournaments, whether it be like the Superdome in Georgia or down in Nashville in Tennessee, some of these arenas just having 20 to 30,000 people there cheering, and like you leading those cheers, it's just a phenomenal feeling. And I've had some incredible cheerleading routines, and the ability to lead 30,000 people in a crowd like that, or even close to like 70,000 people on the side of a football stadium, that experience definitely kind of comes close. They're pretty similar in terms of just that feeling, and that passion for cheerleading really builds from those.
Yeah, like I was fortunate in January to head down to Tampa with Nicole. We went to the Outback Bowl, which is
Amazing.
the bowl game between the SEC
Yeah.
and the Big Ten, and we got to watch Florida versus Iowa.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine standing on a field with that many people. You know, my favorite part of college cheerleading had nothing to do with competition.
No.
You know, I was successful as a competitor when I was there, but I remember the games and football specifically.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved being on the sideline, and
Yeah.
I can't imagine it at that level. So
It's funny that
pretty
you
awesome.
mentioned Florida, because one of my first road trips was there's only 8 couples. So Kentucky always sends people, 1 girl and 1 guy. So they sent 4 couples, starting with 8 people, and we had to go to Florida. And so we're down in Gainesville, and Kentucky wasn't very good at football at this time. So it was 110,000 Gator fans screaming and cheering. And no matter what you did, you could scream as loud as you want. You weren't going to beat them. Like they could overpower you with their voice. And it sucked to be part of that and be like, oh my goodness, there's like cheering is dying. But the experience, just how amazing that crowd was, it was phenomenal. And it gave me a sense of pride about Florida. That's why I'm so thankful for your love for them. But at the same time, it was just it was awful.
Perfect. We hope you enjoyed this little chat. You know, for us, it's about giving a little bit of insight into some of our experiences and getting to know maybe some of our coaching staff a little bit better. If you do have any questions about post-secondary cheerleading and what is available beyond All-Star, please let us know. You can talk to myself. We can connect you. I'm sure Tim would be willing to talk to you. We have a number of our staff that have gone through the post-secondary education cheering process.
Yep.
And some exciting news associated with that is that a lot of the athletes that end up at these big schools will now have a very legitimate shot at one day attending the Olympics as a cheerleader. We'll talk a little bit more about that next week. But that's really, really cool and something that's brand new. So
Tune in next week.
yeah, thanks so much, Tim. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
And we'll see you guys soon.
Thanks. Cool.